So we're going to be evaluating this horse right now. I start by, this is totally flat, this is overdeveloped. It lets me know that the horse could not bend at the pole correctly. This muscle is atrophied, and this to me shows me that he has some kind of pullback damage sometime in the past, sitting down and pulling. So because he could not bend correctly to get on the bit for his sport, he started to jam all these down into the shoulder. He's really only using 3 out of 7 neck bones in his flexibility and his telescoping. That's going to make a heavy on the forehand horse. The owner would have been trying to get him to collect, and it would have transferred back to the hind end. So this has not been used correctly. This has not been used correctly. This is an overdevelopment. Your nuchal ligaments in here of your trapezius and your rhomboids to pick up the shoulder, because the shoulders could not come through freely and correctly on their own. So he has this on both sides. This muscle here has overworked because another part couldn't do its job. We come into here, this muscle is overdeveloped. He was choosing to stand over the forend to alleviate and stretch out some lower back issues, okay, which was giving him low heel, long toe. This is in spasm. This is overdeveloped. The farrier has been trying to remedy this and give him more heel support so he can grow the heel down, but it's not how the body's wanting to stand at this present time. So this part of his body is trying to stand over to relieve issues, and it's making this lock and go backwards because it's not matching the leg and the hoof. We come back into here. You can kind of see some, it almost looks like scoliosis. Your withers are free floating with your ribs. They're not attached by bone to the shoulder. You can kind of see where this comes over and it goes back. So his withers are a little bit off in this direction. So this whole, in riding him, the whole front end of this horse would have been locked down. He would have been heavy on the fore. They would have kept trying to get him to come back to the hind end. You come back in here, he's been out to pasture for a year. He shouldn't have a lot of noticeable muscling. If you come back to here, you'll notice this huge cut-up muscle. The horse has been going so far back to the hind end to pick up an uncomfortable front end that he's overdeveloped the muscle coming down into the hock in your bicep femoris. When we come back and we palpate his groin, it's not soft and pliant. Everything in here is really, really tight. That tightness will give you this evidence of this cow-hocked horse with both his ankles coming together. So the inside of his hocks are stretched. His hock is actually out of alignment on this side. So he's rocking back and forth between a front end that's comfortable and a hind end that's uncomfortable, and there's nowhere in his body that he can find a comfortable place to stand. So currently he's not rideable and he's not comfortable, and we're going to be working on that. Okay, he's angry. I got a cute butt. I got a cute butt. I got a cute butt. He says I'll probably have some belly lifts. Not much, but he should be about this tall, and his back should be about here. This is all shrinking down from being in pain. So if we were to ask him for a yoga carrot stretch, he'd probably get to about this far. Okay, so in the yoga, he wouldn't be able to do the front leg crossovers. You should be seeing the top of the scapula, a dip and a separation, and withers. When they're this tight and you have this little ski slope, everything in here is so tight that the whole front end's traveling like this. You need a neck that comes out, shoulders that come out, withers that lift, and the horse needs to be able to travel like this to carry us under saddle. There's nothing in this horse. These withers should come up to here, that the wither can separate. Remember, the scapula is only attached by muscle underneath and not bone, and everything should be able to move independently and freely. So now we're going to go to work. Buddy, he said, you going to help me? So just push the red dot.